Hello, today I will review the Concept 1B, the Tier 9 American Heavy Tank. I'm starting out on the map Mannerheim line, and with a really good mobility, I am driving towards my position on this map. You see, I'm going 51 kilometers per hour here, and at that point I didn't even have the modernization on this tank. And with modernization you can go up to 54 kilometers per hour. So the mobility is a very comfortable one. You will reach your positions very fast, and this is one of the advantages I like about the tank. Here I'm just peeking out, aiming for the tanks that will cross. I'm missing the Renegade. Maybe some other tank will drive. Shooting the VZ-44-1, but I'm not hitting the green spot here. Fortunately, artillery misses me here. Now I'm just going to my position to use my gun depression. Not penetrating that one. I think I should have aimed lower to make the chance of a penetration higher. Here I am hitting the IS. Yeah, the IS. Penetrating the T-29. So this tank has an alpha damage of 400. Comfortable alpha damage here 9. I like those cyclic tanks with this 400 alpha damage. Well, not hitting the cheek of the T-29. The reload time, well, is here about 8:43 seconds. Not penetrating him again. So the DPM, you can get the DPM about 3000. Like I have 2900, 2800 on him. I think 2900 actually. So the DPM, well, I would actually say it's a nice one for tier 9. But you would sometimes you really want the gun to reload faster, but I don't want to say with that this tank should have a faster reload. But sometimes you just want to have him a faster reload, because the gun comfort is really nice, and then the really good DPM would be even better. But this tank is already so good, like the more DPM would be just outrageous. So why is this tank so good? Well, one aspect I already spoke about is the mobility. So the mobility is a very comfortable one. Then the gun, 400 alpha damage, good accuracy here. I'm just rushing in, I have a lot of HP. Then also especially the armor. So the turret here is very difficult to penetrate, especially if you don't know how to penetrate. So if you know how to penetrate, it will be difficult for you. But if you don't know how to penetrate, then you probably won't see those small spots with the green marker on it. There are some spots and I will show them later. So the armor is a very good one. See, I'm just going around. I'm just shooting those enemies in the flank. I do not care. I'm just rolling here, shooting them for 400 alpha damage. The stabilization is also very good one, so gun comfortable wise, everything is very good. The penetration here is 310 on the base shells and 258 on the 310 on gold ammunition and 258 to 248 on the base one. So the penetration is also good, even though nothing like the T10 340, but the penetration is really enough. This tank doesn't need more penetration, so penetration wise everything is also, I would think, in a good state. I don't know how I missed this shot, but never mind. So also the view range is a fine one. So all aspects of this tank are really nice. This tank doesn't really have disadvantages that you would really notice, or just like any disadvantages. Good penetration, gun comfort, mobility, armor, view range, well, camouflage, but it's a heavy tank. So what should a tank need more? That's a victory for this battle. In this battle I dealt 7133 damage, 4 kills, 1100 assists. That's an ace tanker for 1564 experience, well, 25 shots fired, 19 penetrated. So to say about this tank, well, this is a tier 9 tank on very close to a tier 10 tank, and the only really things that is not making it a tier 10 tank is the DPM, but otherwise I really could say this has a tier 10 stats. And also the hit points are not not of a tier 10 heavy tank, but alpha damage wise, gun comfortable wise, also mobility wise. So I could just compare it to a S Conqueror, and S Conqueror has a much better DPM. Yes, the armor is, well, the upper plate is better armored as the S Conqueror, but the turret can be compared. But the S Conqueror has a 40 speed with turbine, and this has 54. So this is a very close to tier 10 tank, tier 9 tank. This tank can be acquired in Onslaught right now for 16,000 bones, I guess, if I remember right. And you have to reach silver rank in Onslaught. Well, if you are just like an average player, you just have to grind this and like concentrate on the gameplay, and I'm sure you can reach silver easily. And well, this is one of the best tier 9 tank to take. So if you're often playing tier 9, so with tier 9 you can get up to tier 7 like you saw here, and then you can just don't care about anything and just shoot them down. So I would recommend taking this tank if you have the bones, the rank, and like the motivation to play tier 9. Here you see the armor model of the tank. Lower plate easily penetratable, upper plate also penetratable, except this spot, like the beginning of the turret. Also this one is frontally not penetratable. And you see the turret. So you see the turret is armored, you see you can't penetrate him in the front, and there is just this small panel here on the tank. It's well, difficult one to hit. You see, you just have to hit the commander hatch. So this is one point how to penetrate him. If this tank is saying hull down, well, then you probably won't have any chance to penetrate him. You see everything is red. And even this one is now red. But now I am putting on heat, 310 millimeters of penetration. And one spot is this cheek. So you see the mask here, I can even make it like this. And then this spot will be penetratable. So then you can just put on gold ammunition and try to hit this spot beside the mask and in the middle, like here and here. You see this one, and just like besides that. So this is one spot not really a lot of players know about how to penetrate this tank, but you have to put on gold ammunition. Well, you can side scrape on this tank, but you have to be aware you have this one, the engine part, where you can be penetrated, and also the start of the turret, where you can be penetrated, but otherwise you can try to side scrape on this tank. As for equipment, there are two loadouts for this tank. The one I have been mostly playing with is gun rammer, turbocharger, and hardening. So turbocharger just makes the speed even more comfortable. You will almost move like a medium tank, and hardening increases your HP, and gun rammer is obvious. So another variant what you can use would be a stabilizer, just to really make your gun comfort even more comfortable, so you have to aim even less and you can just really try to fire on the move. So what I'm thinking is that you use this one against tier 8, tier 7, and also against tier 9. So if you're not fighting against tier 10, and if you're fighting against tier 10, I would use these to just have more HP. As for crew perks, I would use this one, and then sound detection. Here I would use this one, these ones. Here I would use these ones. You really don't need clutch braking. I forgot to mention that. This tank has a really good traverse speed, so sometimes even when side scraping, you will just overturn because the traverse speed is really good on this tank. Here I would use those perks with close combat. As for modernization, you see terrain suspension, aiming gears, nothing, and mobility. So that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, and bye.